Hello and welcome to the Nasdaq market site in Times Square. I'm Jane King. With me today, Dev Shetty, the president and CEO of Fura Gems, and you have brought some lovely things with you today. Let's talk about these in just a second.
Sure.
But
it's all exciting.
Yeah. It is beautiful. So just start with the company. Just kind of give me an overall look at what Fura Gems is all about.
So Fura Gems is a color gemstone mining and marketing company. We have an operating mine in Colombia, and we have a ruby exploration licenses in Mozambique. We mine and we market. We mine rough and we sell rough gemstone. We are not a vertical integrated business. We don't cut and polish.
Okay.
But the most important element of our business that we create the whole ethical leg to the market. The whole ethical route to the market is very important element in our business. It's purely because we want to give the consumer, the brands, the retailer, the confidence right from the mine that when the gems comes, it goes to the neck of the woman, it's all been audited and it's all conflict free, and complete disclosure and transparency is there. And
consumers are wanting that now. That's been an increasing issue over the past few years, that they're wanting to make sure that the stones they have are mined in an ethical way.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's quite an important element, and as I said, disclosure and transparency is the important element of business, and that's what we specialize in. I have in my life built two of the world's largest color gemstone mine. An emerald mine in Zambia and a ruby mine in Mozambique, and the way we always do is we tell everything, and when you tell everything, it gives a lot of confidence to the client.
Okay. Now, before we get to this, I just want to ask, is that how blockchain then, how you're implementing blockchain into your business, is this way a consumer can trust the chain where it was mined until it ends up on their hand or neck or whatever?
Yeah, blockchain is one of the tools that we are going to use, but we are going to do blockchain plus. And blockchain is definitely is a new thing, and it does give a lot of assurance to the client. But for us, it has to be blockchain plus, where we actually tell the client the treatment process, if it has gone through, what kind of treatment. If you're paying $1, you need to know what the dollar is going towards.
I see. Okay. So we are looking at some beautiful emeralds, and I guess would you call these rough cut?
This is rough.
Okay.
This has not been cut.
So tell me about this. Where did they come from? How do you find them? And what is that whole process like?
Oh, excellent. So this is the mine that we acquired in Jan 2018.
Okay.
Earlier this year, just like 4 months old.
And this is where?
In Colombia.
In Colombia, okay.
In Colombia. Colombia, so that you know, 50% of world emerald in value comes from Colombia.
Interesting.
So it's by far the #1 supplier of emerald in the world. And we are the first listed company to land ourselves in Colombia, in spite of having 500 years of history of mining and selling. So what we are going to do, we are going to build everything right from the science. We are going to sell in a very systematic fashion, and we are going to market the product to the end consumer. So we are going to do everything. So the process is, as we have bought the mine, the first phase is we are developing the geology, the science behind it. So we have started bulk sampling. We have hired 240 employees on the ground now. And the second phase is we are drilling on the ground. So this product, this is fascinating. You know, you don't get ever in your lifetime. In 4 weeks of mining, we got this product. This is some of the few products that we have managed to get.
Is Colombia relatively untouched in terms of mining for colored gems?
It's not been explored. I believe they have not even explored, in spite of selling for last 500 years, 10% of the resource. It's quite rich, and that's where the opportunity lies, especially for people like us who have got a very good experience in this sector. We know how to mine and how to sell it in a systematic fashion. Now, just to give you, put into perspective, these are some of the top quality stones, but this is a beautiful, beautiful stone, emerald that could sell in auction houses.
Okay. And that would, a buyer would be a jeweler or a retailer that would buy?
We sell in a B2B segment, so we sell to the polishers and we sell to the manufacturer of jewelry.
I see.
And they would onward sell to the retailers and to the brands and so on and so forth. And something like this would basically go into an auction houses. So this is, we named as the Array Emeralds, 26 karat emerald. And the good thing of Costco's emerald mine that we have bought, it's quite an iconic mine. There's a lot of literature behind this mine. So you get this, which is a bonus, but you get this, and then you get a lot of low quality and you got a lot of medium quality. So we are able to produce this consistent supply from top, medium, and high quality. And in this market, when you supply consistently, there's a lot of confidence that the client gets.
Sure. How much would something like this go at auction, would you say?
Okay, this is a secret.
Oh, it is. Okay.
but I can tell with your confidence that this is 6 digit in million. You know.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
This is what this stone would do.
Okay. Now you mentioned Colombia. So I know, like in the 80s, it was a country that had a lot of violence. But I know from some people that are in emerging markets that Colombia is really an up and coming economy. But people still kind of have that old stereotype. So how would you describe the current environmental and political situation in Colombia?
Beautiful. It's beautiful. You know, I've been to Colombia like more than 30 times in my last 4 years. It's a great country. The country is going through the transition with the peace deal. Where we are in, you know, it's a very quite calm country. We see no issue per se from that perspective. This mine has got a lot of legacy factor. The one which we acquired, the Cosquez Emerald mine, 300 years of history of mining, but till 1970s, it used to sell 90% of Colombian emeralds. So it's quite an iconic mine, but it also had the same challenge in 70s to in 80s during the Green War. The mine literally went down south.
Okay.
But for last 15, 20 years, it's been all peace, it's been all calm, and that gives a lot of confidence for a listed company like us that we can audit right from the front that everything is conflict free and we are supplying things as a conflict free. So it's beautiful. We don't see any security issue. It's a new Colombia for us, and we are enjoying our time.
Okay. And finally, how can someone find out more about your company?
We are listed in Toronto Stock Exchange,
Okay.
So we publish everything.
Okay.
And
you have a website?
We have a website called www.furagems.com.
Okay.
And we publish everything. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Dev, for coming and bringing these beautiful stones.
Thank you very much for having me.
Some lucky person will have those someday.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And thank you as well for joining us. I'm Jane King at the Nasdaq Market Site. Have a great day.